All right, y'all. The time has come to make some real in-depth analysis here and come up with some picks. So I'm going to try to be quick about this. We got 20 horses, as you know. Number one, we got Known Agenda, ridden by Irad Ortiz Jr. This horse is sired by Curlin, trained by Todd Pletcher. Got all the connections, everything you need to get a good win in this kind of race. He won the Florida Derby, 149, and that one's a decent time. He did have a loss to Hidden Stash earlier in his career. Um, in the Stephen F. Davis. But this horse is looking good right now. Switch him to Irad Ortiz Jr. Todd Pletcher has him up, looking like he's ready to go. Only problem is he's on the one, in the one slot. A lot of people thought the one is a problem. They've changed the gate now. I've mentioned that in my other videos about the pace handicapping and whatnot. So hopefully the one slot won't be as much of a problem for him since they made the changes. Hopefully he won't get squeezed, but he's probably going to come off the pace anyway. Number two, we got Like the King. This horse won the Jeff Ruby Stakes. Didn't really like the horse in that race. That race had a pretty fast pace. It was down at Turfway Park. It was run on artificial. So the horse hasn't run on dirt. He's only won one race on dirt, which was a turf race to his move to dirt. So he's coming on the first real dirt race. They got him at 50-1 for good reason. Horse is out of Palace Malice, decent breeding, but Drayden Van Dyke's riding him. Wesley Ward's the trainer. That's pretty long shots in this one, but the horse isn't, really that bad. Oh, by the way, Known Agenda, I didn't mention that. He's 6-1. Anyway, number three, we got Brooklyn Strong. Umberto Rispoli's riding this horse. He was riding Rock Your World. They took him off of Rock Your World, put Joel Rosario back on him. He's a more accomplished jockey, even though I think they probably would have been better off leaving Rispoli. He's probably going to be more under strain. But Rispoli's on Brooklyn Strong now, trained by Danny Velasquez. This horse is sired by Wicked Strong. Won the Remsen, won the Sleepy Hollow, not much competition there. Ran in the Wood, very slow race, ran fifth in that one, so not impressive at all. He's going to have to step it up to get something done in this one. Number four, we got Keep Me in Mind, the horse out of Laubon, ridden by David Cohen, trained by Ricardo Diodoro. 50-1 as well they got on this horse. Not much to like about this horse. He was fifth in the Bluegrass Stakes, way behind Essential Quality and Highly Motivated. Sixth in the Rebel. He got a win in the Kentucky Jockey Club, but not much against tough competition. Elusive Quality also beat him in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile with Hot Rod. Charlie beat him there. Breeders' Cup Futurity lost again to Central Quality, Super Stock. So the only thing about this horse you really might like is he had a great workout time, 46 seconds breezing. Maybe the horse is coming into form. I mean, maybe if you're looking for a long shot, you might want to throw something on him, but I'm not quite so sure. I don't really like David Cohen. He never does anything when I put money on him. Anyway, number five, Sainthood. This horse being ridden by Corey Lannery, another 50-1 shot out of Miss Your Wish. A Medalla d'Oro horse, mother's father's Lemon Drop kid. So decent breeding out of this horse, trained by Todd Pletcher. Corey Lannery's one of those guys, he knows Churchill Downs. He's not very accomplished, hasn't gotten a lot of big wins, but he knows the track. Probably going to get decent positioning in this one, even though the pace is probably going to be pretty fast. So, we'll see what he's going to do. He's going to have a little luck, I think, to be able to do something. Second in the Jeff Ruby Stakes behind Like the King. He got a win there in maiden special weight. Not very fast in that. His workouts are all right. I use Todd Pletcher at 51. If you're feeling like going with Todd Pletcher and looking for a long shot, I mean, you've got to keep that in mind, as successful as Todd Pletcher has been. Number six, we got Obesos. This horse, 20-1, ridden by Martin Pedroza, sired by Orb, trained by Greg Foley. He was third in the Louisiana Derby. Not very impressive there. I guess he did a little bit better than I thought he was going to do, but fourth in the Risen Star behind Mandaloon, Midnight Bourbon. Looks like more of a sprinter. Looks pretty good. It's under 7 furlongs, but I don't really know if he's cut out for this kind of distance. Number 7, we got Mandaloon. Mandaloon, ridden by Florent Giroux, sired by Into Mischief, his mother's father's Empire Maker. He's a big horse, might be the biggest one in the field. The big horses continue to get it done sometimes to these long distances if they have the speed. Now, he had an excellent workout at 58 breezing 2 workouts ago. 5 furlong time. So that's an excellent time. He had a 1 minute breathing in there, a 1:11.6 furlong. He did a 59.5 furlong before. So the horse looks to be in great shape. His last race was terrible though, 6 by 11 lengths in the Louisiana Derby. Behind Hot Rod Charlie and Midnight Bourbon and Obesos. He got blown away. He was a favorite there. A lot of people expected much more of him. He was not impressive at all, coming off his win in the Risen Star, where he beat Midnight Bourbon, having avenged his loss to Midnight Bourbon in the Lecomte. So he's facing Midnight Bourbon again and Hot Rod Charlie again, plus a lot of other good horses. Brad Cox, the trainer, I know they're going to be looking for this horse to be firing a lot stronger than he did in that Louisiana Derby. Not a bad play. I don't really like the jockey too much. He's going to have to show that he can take charge, and he's going to definitely need to take charge in this kind of race. I don't know if he's going to be able to do that. And number 8, we got Medina Spirit. This one ridden by jockey-trainer combo from last year's winner, Authentic, Johnny Velasquez, trained by Bob Baffert. Baffert's only horse in this one. Don't know about this horse. Sired by Pontonico, so not a lot of speed or distance in this horse's breeding. He was second in the Santa Anita Derby after getting blown away by Rock Your World. Second in the San Felipe behind Life is Good, who was injured, didn't get to make the trip to the Derby. Also lost in the Sham to Life is Good. So he got a run, a win, what was that, in the Robert P. Lewis. Slow time in that race, but that was his last win. He's probably going to be out front. I don't know if he's going to be able to handle this class of horses, though. So he's going to need, like I said, some luck, and you're going to have to get this horse in better shape, I think, to be able to win. But that's Baffert's thing. He gets his horses juiced up, ready to go. So that's Medina Spirit at 15-1. Number 9, Hot Rod Charlie. They got this horse at 8-1. Flavian Pratt riding him out of Oxbow, trained by Doug O'Neill. Now, he had a decent win in the Louisiana Derby. However, excuse me, in that race, he was being ridden by Joel Rosario. Rosario not riding him in this one, going to be riding Rock Your World. So they switched to Flavian Pratt, fake Derby winner, a couple years ago. I don't know if Pratt's going to be able to do what he needs to do. Horse is liable to be close to the front, if not on the lead. Pace is going to be pretty fast, I think. Pratt's going to have to not let the horse get out of control and try to control the race. I don't know if he's going to really be able to do that. Hot Rod Charlie is a good horse, definitely live. I can see why people would play him. I just don't really like the jockey. Excuse me. However, he is definitely a contender. Second to the favorite Elusive Quality, or Essential Quality in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. Third in the Robert B. Lewis, but they kind of fell asleep on him before he got that win in Louisiana. So that's Hot Rod Charlie. Number 10, we got Midnight Bourbon. Mike Smith riding this horse for the first time. He was ridden by Joe Talamo. Got a win in the Lecomte Stakes, third in the Risen Star, though, second in the Louisiana Derby. So upgrading the jockey here. Steve Asmussen's the trainer. Horse is not badly bred out of Tiz now. Malibu Moon's his mother's father, but got a jockey who's never ridden him before. Midnight Bourbon, I don't know. I think this horse is more of a miler. I don't know if he's really going to be able to handle this kind of competition in a mile and a quarter. But we will see. Mike Smith, Big Money Mike's aboard him, 20-1. So, might be worth a play somewhere. Number 11, Dynamic One, out of Union Rags. This horse ridden by Jose Ortiz, trained by Todd Pletcher, another Pletcher horse in this one. Dynamic One, don't really like this horse either. They got him at 20-1. I think that's a bit generous after that very slow win he got in the Wood behind Bourbonic. The Pletcher got the double, two long shot horses running in together. Before that, he only had a win in the maiden special weight. Very slow time, mile and eighth on 155. But he is used to running longer distances. So he may be still in there to make a play. Jose Ortiz is back aboard him, but I don't know. I think he might be outclassed for this one. Number 12, we got Helium. A lot of people hating on this horse. The morning odds makers are hating on the horse. 50 to 1 on this horse. He's undefeated. I still don't see how an undefeated horse is 50 to 1. He did get a couple of wins at 7 furlongs in artificial surface up in Woodbine. However, they did bring him to America, brought him down to Tampa. He got to win in the Tampa Bay Derby. Not a lot of competition. He beat Hidden Stash in that. Got a win at 143 and change. The thing was, he kind of had that race look like he was going away. Hidden Stash made a move after him, and he was able to pick it up and get it going. So maybe he would have been able to do a little bit faster than that 143. The horse showed some grit, showed that he got a second wind. He's going to need all of that second win, I think, in this one. But I wouldn't count him out. 50 to 1, I think, is ridiculous. I'll probably have some sort of a play on Helium either way, especially if those odds end up that high. Number 13, Hidden Stash, ridden by Rafael Bejarano. Just talking about him. Ran second in the Tampa Bay Derby behind Helium. Now, he came back out in the Bluegrass Stakes looking to get something done. No match for Elusive Quality, or Essential Quality, I keep saying that. No match for Essential Quality, and highly motivated in that one. So this horse is once again going to need to step it up. He's out of Constitution. Mother's father's Smart Strike, so his grandfather's Tap. It's decent breeding on the horse, trained by Vicky Oliver, looking to become the first female trainer to get a win in the Kentucky Derby. But I don't know if this is the horse to do it. Not that the horse can't do it. I just think he's going to need a little bit of luck. Number 14, we're looking at the favorite. 2 to 1 favorite, Essential Quality. Luis Saez riding this horse, undefeated, 5-0. Brad Cox is the trainer, sired by Tap, who's out of Pulpit, who's out of AP Indy. Mother's father is Elusive Quality, sire of 2004 Derby winner, and should have been Triple Crown winner, Smarty Jones. So excellent breeding for this horse. Undefeated. You can see why he's the favorite. 2-year-old champion, won the Breeders' Cup Futurity, won the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, got a win in the Southwest, and then got a win in the Bluegrass Stakes. Now, he hasn't blown everybody away. He was challenged in the Juvenile, barely got a win over Hot Rod Charlie at that one, but he squeezed it out. And he was challenged again in the Bluegrass Stakes. Really had to dig in and get it everything he's got to get a win by a neck over Highly Motivated. But he still got the win, still undefeated. Some people think that might have taken all out of the horse, but maybe that was just all he needed to get it going and say, hey, look, I'm not going to be able to beat everybody that easy. Going to have to stay more motivated. I think Luis Saez is probably going to be thinking the same thing too. After he got, I say, really hosed in that Derby a couple years ago, they disqualified him aboard Maximum Security. You can go back and look up my videos on Maximum Security. Very upset about that decision in the Kentucky Derby. So many horses. There's going to be traffic. There's going to be issues. And to disqualify a horse over what they disqualified him over, which I don't even really think was his fault. I think it was more the fault of Warwill and Tyler Gaffley. But anyway, Luis Saez, as I said, the horse racing guys have given him another opportunity aboard a great horse to come back and get an official win in the Kentucky Derby, get the roses. He's beaten probably half the horses in this field. Just Highly Motivated, Hot Rod Charlie, Keep Me in Mind. He's beat Superstock. He's beat a lot of them. So that's Essential Quality. You can see why he's the favorite. They got him 2 to 1. I don't know if it's going to stay there. That's probably about right. He shouldn't be lower than 2 to 1, even though he could go there because he's undefeated, or he could go up because so many other people think so many of these other horses have got a shot. So really got to watch those odds on Essential Quality. Don't know where it's going to go. Number 15, speaking of horses that's got a shot, Rock Your World. Horse, another undefeated horse here, 3-0. They got him at 5 to 1, more respectable than they did with Helium. That's probably because he got a win in the Santa Anita Derby. Beat Medina Spirit in that one. Umberto Rispoli was riding him, though. He just took off for the win. Now, the horse didn't really know what he was going to do. Only rode on turf before that as a front runner. Got a couple of wins there. Rosario rode him in the maiden special weight, got a win. Rispoli rode him in the Pasadena on turf, got a win. And then Rispoli rode him again, Santa Anita Derby, got a win. Now, they switched him back to Rosario now. Don't know if that's going to help or hurt. I think Rispoli's probably would have been more aggressive and kind of ignored the other horses, which may have helped him in this race. I think Rosario is going to try to pay a little bit more attention to the pace. He's a smarter jockey. I don't think he's really just going to go for it, though, and I kind of think that's what this horse needs. He finished that Santa Anita Derby after starting out the half in 146 of 149, so not the fastest time in the world. he could end up stealing the race, blowing the other horse away if they give it to him. I don't think they're really going to give it to him that easily because there's other horses in here that I think may want the lead if the opportunity's there. If he tries to open up at 48, 47, he might not be able to hold that. Now the 16, King Fury, 20-1. B.J. Hernandez aboard this horse, decently bred out of Curlin. Kenny McPeak is training this one, got a win in the Lexington Stakes. Didn't know if he was going to come to the Derby. He didn't really have enough points to qualify just off that Lexington win, but because other people dropped out, he's in. 5th in the Kentucky Jockey Club, 7th in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile after winning the Street Sense. He might just have too much competition in this one. However, his running style coming off the pace may be of a benefit. B.J. Hernandez knows the track decently well, but he's going to have his work cut out for him as well. He's not as accomplished as these other jockeys. I thought he had a good shot last year with Art Collector. Art Collector I thought was a better horse than King Fury, but he wasn't able to get it done with all these horses. 18 horses running last year. So we'll see what he can do this year with King Fury. Number 17, Highly Motivated. Out of Into Mischief, ridden by Javier Castellano. 10-1 on this horse. A lot of people don't like him. I think he's really the second fastest horse in the race on paper. If you look at the run that he had in the Bluegrass Stakes, opened up a lead there. Castellano looked like he might have gotten it, but Essential Quality chased him down, got the win. So he was still definitely in that, only lost it by a neck. Race before that was in the Gotham Stakes. Not impressive there, 3rd by 1 length with a slow time, a mile and 1:38. But before that, he won the Nyquist. Very impressive time, 6.5 furlongs at 1:14. So maybe he is, not necessarily cut out for a mile and a quarter. Doesn't mean he can't get the win. If the circumstances work out right for him, I think Highly Motivated could definitely get the win in this race. I don't know why people want to count him out so much just because of his breeding. Into Mischief, sire the Derby winner last year, so the Into Mischief, that whole myth or curse or whatever you want to say, those, just a little quick thing, those myths and curse are like a 2-year-old, course didn't race, a 2-year-old can't win the Derby. Tampa Bay Buccaneers can't win under 40 degrees. All right, those things are only true until they get known. Once it's blown up and all over TV, it's not true anymore. And the Into Mischief thing got blown up, said it's not true, and Authentic Beat, that's just not true anymore. Can't go with that. Moving on, we got Superstock. Number 18, out of Dialed In, a mineshaft horse ridden by Ricardo Santana Jr. Superstock got a win in the Arkansas Derby after it opened up. Caddo River and Concert Tour, both looking to be probably Derby contenders, wore each other out in that one. Superstock chased him down and got the win at 150 and change. Going to have to do better than that, I think, to be able to get the win here, but he's probably going to be looking to close again, probably going to be a fast pace again. So that looks good for Superstock. Stephen Asmussen training this one again. I don't really know about this horse, though. 2nd in the Street Sense behind King Fury. 4th in the Rebels. That win in the Arkansas showed we could do when the horses up front ran too fast, but he's got stronger closers in this one, so he's going to have his work cut out for him, trying to beat horses like Essential Quality and Known Agenda and stuff. Number 20 number 19, Soup and Sandwich, another Into Mischief horse. This one's mother's father's Tappet. Tyler Gaffleone's riding this horse. I like this horse in the Florida Derby. He ran a good race, ran out front, ran 2nd. However, Johnny Velasquez was riding him in that one. Johnny V's not riding him now, so they switched to Tyler Gaffleone. Still a decent horse. He was coming off 2 back-to-back wins, a 2nd in the Florida Derby. So decent resume for this one. I just don't know if he's going to have the speed, and he doesn't have the accomplishments of a jockey as he had aboard him before. However, I can see where you wouldn't necessarily want to leave the horse out. You're looking for a long shot. You like the name, 30-1. He's worth playing. I just don't know if I'm going to do it myself in this one. Number 20, the last horse on this one, Bourbonic. Kendrick Caramuch looking to become the first black jockey since, and I had to look it up, drumroll, 1902 to win the Kentucky Derby. Jimmy Winkfield won in 1902 aboard Alan Adole. Also got a win in the year before that, 1901. He went back-to-back aboard his Embrace. Now, real quick here, black jockeys used to dominate the Kentucky Derby. They won 13 of the first 25 or so Kentucky Derbies, I think it was. The first Kentucky Derby, Oliver Lewis won, black jockey aboard Aristides. And, racism and stuff and ugly stuff in this country got screwed up, and so they stopped black jockeys from racing even though they were winning, which is just dumb, which is why racing is dumb anyway. But without getting off onto that tangent, Kendrick Caramuch is back here looking to become the first black jockey to win the race in, 118, 117, 19 years. Ridiculous. But at any rate, I don't like his chances in this one. I don't think he's that great of a jockey. He's decent. He's good in those Delaware and Laurel Park and stuff like that. But he's Churchill Downs, Kentucky Derby, man. You're gonna have to get it done. Now, he did go up to New York, got the win in the Wood with Bourbonic in one of the slowest races in a graded Derby prep race I've seen in years. Ran the mile in 8th and 1:46, 52nd opening half. But hey, Todd Pletcher trained this horse, sired by Bernardino, who's an APND horse. A Fleet Alex, great strong horse on the other side. So the horse has strong breeding. Kendrick Caramuch has all the reasons in the world to try to get the win here. A lot of people are going to be on his side, and if he gets the win, there's going to be people that are saying they fixed it so he could win, so a black jockey could win. He's got all that stuff against him. I just don't like the horse's chance in this one because I just don't think the horse is really fast enough. However, if you are looking for a closer, you really don't want to leave him out. I mean, I don't have any horses rated so badly that they couldn't win under any circumstance, really. I probably think the slowest one, probably is Sainthood I have. The rest of them, I think they probably got a shot. But Bourbonic is in there. Todd Pletcher trained, got a win in the Wood. So, keep in mind if you're looking for that long shot to play. I don't think I'll probably be playing them myself, but I don't know, maybe those odds might get high enough where I might, who knows. At any rate, the pace of this race, like I said, I think it's going to be very fast. Looking at Medina Spirit, probably Rock Your World and Soup and Sandwich out front. Rock Your World's probably going to get the lead. Maybe Soup and Sandwich because the jockeys might be a little bit more hot-headed, Tyler Gaffalione. Or maybe Bob Baffert will tell Johnny Velasquez to just send Medina Spirit out there as fast as you can go. At any rate, I think Hot Rod Charlie and Highly Motivated, while they'll be off the pace, they will be close enough to pace to make it a difference because I think the pace is probably going to heat up. We're going to have 5 horses, I think, probably near the front of the pace, probably looking at a high 46. I hope they don't get to 45. Who knows what happens if that happens. But probably a high 46. I did a video on pace handicapping. You can look that one up. Let me get his link in the description if I get a second there. I kind of break down the pace a little bit more. I got all these other ones coming off the pace, like Helium, Mandaloon, Midnight Bourbon. I got Essential Quality. Now I think the pace will get fast. The east side will probably start moving Essential Quality a little bit early. Same thing with Known Agenda. Irad Ortiz Jr. They're not going to get left behind. These other horses like their Obesos and stuff, Dynamic One, I think they're just going to hang out Bourbonic and just hope the race comes to them. Good for them, but I don't think it's going to be able to because you got horses like Essential Quality and stuff in there that can make the run for it. So I think it's really going to tighten up at the end. I do, however, after a lot of thought, because I was like, man, Highly Motivated, if he's in good shape and the pace isn't too fast, I think Highly Motivated could definitely take off and win this race. However, I think the pace is going to be too fast, he's going to be too close to it, and I have all these horses up front, even Rock Your World kind of falling apart. I think this race is probably going to be one from off the pace. I do have, I know it's boring, I'm going with the chalk, Essential Quality. You can't go, it's hard to go against this horse. He's undefeated, good breeding, decent jockey. Luis Saez isn't the best, but he has every reason in the world to come back and try to get the win here. He's got this opportunity. I expect him to seize this opportunity, and I think he's got the fastest horse. Only horse to run even time in a prep race. None of them went below even. So I think he's probably going to end up around a 201, 202. But I like Essential Quality to get the win here. Second place was tough. Both horses coming off the pace. I was thinking Helium, but I don't know. It's hard for me. I think Irad Ortiz Jr., even though he's in the 1 slot, I think they're going to come around. He'll be able to work some magic like he does, and he always gets his horses up ready to go. I think Known Agenda comes in there, gets second place, barely over Helium. I think Helium's going to be right in there. So I got Helium running third, Julien Leperot. A strong, undefeated horse that's tough. I just think they got the wrong jockey on him. If they had a different jockey on Helium, if they had Irad Ortiz or Rosario or somebody on Helium, I might be taking him to win. Who knows? But I got Helium in there third. Fourth place, King Fury. Hernandez, not that bad. I think the horse has decent breeding. I think he's going to be in a position to probably make a go at it. won't get caught up in too much traffic, but just won't have the speed to get it done. So I got King Helium kind of, I think maybe he might get in there for second or third for a little bit, but I think he'll fall back, end up running fourth. Tough call for this race, as every Kentucky Derby is. So many horses in there. The pace determines everything. Anything could happen. If the pace is a bit of an even, smooth pace, I don't see any reason why Rock Your World, well, I see why Rock Your World could go in there, but I might still make a play on Highly Motivated, because I think if the pace isn't too fast, or if Highly Motivated takes off, takes control, Highly Motivated could steal this race. So you definitely want to keep that in mind. Highly Motivated could get the steal. Helium, undefeated horse, 50-1. He's probably not going to be 50-1, but even if he goes off at 40-30, I mean, you can get him on a Bovada probably about 40-50-1. Now, Helium, definite play. I'm definitely going to put a play on Helium with those kind of odds. How could you not? And Essential Quality, like I said, I got him in the win. Known Agenda probably going to be 6-1. Not a lot of value there. If you only want to go with Known Agenda, you might want to play him with a win. Or, you know, when you look at the exotics, you kind of want to look at it that way. It's going to be wide open. I want to warn you guys, do not bet the bank on this race. I have put so many bets and thought I've covered all these combinations and stuff, and I had it done. Definitely getting something, and didn't cash a single ticket. Other times I dumped a bunch of money in the Kentucky Derby, and yeah, you cashed the tickets, but you end up losing anyway because you tried to switch book the race and bet everything out there. Very tough race to handicap. Don't get carried away. Be sure to have fun with it. Come up with a winning strategy. It's probably going to pay big. I mean, because even if Essential Quality runs in there, it's going to be all kind of bets on the exotics, the play show pools. So it's probably going to be a lucrative race for whoever comes up with the winner. Good luck to everybody. Let me know what your picks are, what you think, because it's going to be wide open here, and I think a lot of people are definitely going to have a lot of different opinions. I hate to be boring and go with the favorite, but that's what I'm going for in this one. I am making another prediction. I do think if he gets this win, I think he gets the Triple Crown. I think Essential Quality is the best horse. I think he's on a pace to be a great horse. Even though he's not as fast as American Pharaoh, not even as fast as Justify, I think. But to get this stuff, you just have to beat the horses in your class, in your year. You don't have to worry about beating horses from 20, 30 years ago to be considered great. So Essential Quality on the path to being great. He gets this win here. I think he gets a win in the Preakness. I think the Belmont, I think he's going to have the distance. I don't know if anybody else will be able to catch him. So I already put a little something on him, or for a Triple Crown winner. It wasn't for him to win the Triple Crown, but I put something on the Triple Crown winner too. So I think he can get it done. So there we have it. Essential Quality, Known Agenda, Helium, King Fury. That's how I'm calling it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Anything changes, anything else comes up, I'm definitely going to drop a video to let you guys know about that. And I will check you guys either after the race, or if something else happens, I'll drop a video to let you know.